All right, let's talk about Kyler Murray and what a day he had. MVP Kyler is all the way back. Takes me back a little bit to 2021. If you remember that year, if you were watching this YouTube channel back then, I feel like every week on Sunday I'm making a video talking about the great stuff Kyler Murray has done. And it feels like it's going that way again. I thought he played very well despite the ultimate loss to a good Buffalo Bills team. And then this was just, a dominance right here. Let's talk about what went so well. Starting off with the play you see on your screen, we got to talk about Marvin Harrison Jr., right? A big part of the storyline heading into this game was Marvin Harrison Jr. was pretty limited against Buffalo. Buffalo also did a pretty good job against Miami's top receivers, so again, maybe Buffalo is just good. But you see Marvin Harrison on this route. It's a one-on-one matchup. It's a deep shot here just outside the red zone, and for the Rams, they're taking away deep shots. This is quarters coverage. You're not going to get open down the field. At least in theory, you shouldn't. But watch Harrison Jr. run this route. He's just so explosive, even with that space that the corner for the Rams was giving Harrison Jr. He was playing off. Harrison's still able to run by him right here, and now there is a window. It's not a huge window just because of the scheme. Harrison's running about as good of a route as you'll ever see, but it is the situation. But look at this throw and look at this catch. An incredible job I'll start with Marvin Harrison Jr. to make the grab, even with a Rams player hitting his arms, trying to dislodge that football. Harrison did not let that happen. And also, for Kyler Murray, that could not have been better ball placement. And this is the stuff that when Marvin Harrison Jr. was drafted by the Cardinals, this is what we were hoping to see. This is what we were getting excited about envisioning, and we saw plenty of it. Like this play, another key one, of course, it's a zone coverage concept, and you see Harrison's running a route that's going to be over the middle right here in this zone coverage situation. And this is interesting because these routes you see relatively frequently for just NFL teams. They're good concepts because, Cardinals are going to run a play action on this play. Hopefully linebackers can get out of position, and then you have Marvin Harrison Jr. going over the middle, and also it's linebackers trying to cover Marvin Harrison Jr. It makes sense. When this play begins, the Cardinals are doing something, I don't want to say that teams never do, but teams don't always do it this way. They're having Kyler Murray run a rollout on this type of play as well. You don't have to do that. A lot of teams will just have the quarterback quickly get up and make a throw, but for Kyler, he can already extend plays for so long. Getting him kind of moving, it just means that there's more time for Marvin Harrison Jr. to get open. So you're going to see when Kyler gets the ball down there, Marvin Harrison Jr. starts running down the field, right? Just because the play has gone on for long enough, there's a window there. That's what he decided to do, and it's a smart play. It's what you should be doing in this situation, and he is open. And again, perfect throw from Kyler to allow Marvin Harrison Jr. to keep running after making the catch. Harrison able to get into the end zone for a touchdown. This is just, he's so fast and so explosive, and Kyler Murray is just hitting him perfectly. It's how these plays are able to happen. And then this play is another just awesome one where it's a 3rd down and 5. And I think the Rams have kind of learned the hard way in this game. It's a lot tougher to get to Kyler Murray when you don't have Aaron Donald, right? It's hard to tackle this guy. And we're going to see that with number 8 here for the Rams. This is rookie Jared Verse, and he's actually going to start off this play pretty well. Watch, he is able to get into the backfield, does a pretty good job, despite a double team getting to Kyler Murray. And usually you'd say, great, I'm about to make a sack here. Probably already planning out your dance you're going to make after the sack at this point. However, it's Kyler Murray. Watch him get around Verse. He's going to get around another player, gets around Verse again, and is at this point able to throw just flat-footed. He doesn't have to throw off balance. This is kind of the crazy thing about Kyler Murray. He actually does a pretty good job at not, having to throw off balance when he can avoid it. He's going to throw down the field, but this is not super open. There is a window right here for sure. But watch this perfect throw from Kyler. Good catch by Elijah Higgins, the receiver who made that grab. But again, this is just, Kyler's just playing at such a high level. There's only so much you can do as a defense when you're playing against a guy who can make these types of plays. It's incredible. Moving over to a play like this, it was also more simple stuff at times where this is going to be a zone coverage concept that the Rams are going to be in right here. And you have a receiver running a route going towards the sideline, should be underneath the safety but past the corner who's deep. Kyler takes the snap. He's going to run a play action, looks down the field, and there's definitely a window here. But again, these things aren't, I mean, this is pretty open for the NFL, to be honest. This is a well-ran route. But, like, still, these are the plays you have to be able to hit. And a big part of what Kyler Murray was doing as well was just hitting the plays. As you see, he hits Michael Wilson, and they're able to pick up a big completion right there. I mean, that's great stuff there. So, again, being able to do this type of stuff consistently, you can say the Rams defense isn't the best. And, I mean, on a play like this, they did give up a window. But still, being able to capitalize on these opportunities isn't so easy. We saw, just last week, the Lions weren't able to do this the way that the Cardinals were able to do, right? So, definitely, you have to be giving these Cardinals weapons a lot of credit and Kyler Murray a lot of credit. This play was a great one as well. It's we're now in the third quarter here. It's a 2nd down and 8, and so for Kyler Murray, it's again going to be a zone coverage play, and again you have Trey McBride now trying to get into a gap in coverage. When this play begins, Kyler Murray's going to, throw this ball. He's throwing it a bit awkwardly because he's rolling up towards the top of the screen, but now throwing towards the bottom of the screen. Something that is worth noting because that is difficult to do. Again, for someone like Kyler Murray, you just kind of expect him to do it, but still, that is an added degree of difficulty. And also, this play is just not really open. I mean, this is like a mailbox type throw you're going to have to make if you can make this work. If you were watching this live, I paused it right now, you'd be like, oh, well, clearly this is about to be incomplete at best, right? Well, no, because he does fit it through the mailbox, and somehow Trey McBride hangs on to that ball, despite the fact that a Rams player looked like he just hit the ball right after McBride caught it. McBride's still strong enough to hang on. McBride, one of the real underrated players in the league right now. I mean, this is just great stuff by the Arizona Cardinals. So, yeah, listen, it was an awesome day by the Cardinals. You don't need me to tell you that. You can just look at the scoreboard, right? But it really was that good. This offense is really good. I mean, this is a really good performance. They had a very good performance last week against the Bills. Weren't quite able to win there. But here, they kind of got off to that same hot start and then just stayed at that level throughout the game. So, interesting next week against the Lions. That is Lions are a good team, but maybe haven't gotten off to the start they wanted to get off to. So, that should be a really compelling game. But, yeah, this Cardinals team definitely better than I expected them to be heading into the season. And, I think that they could, I don't know how good they could be towards the end of it. But I do know one thing. This is a really good team when Kyler Murray is playing at his best level, and he has been playing that way to start the season. And if Kyler Murray is, again, and let's not forget, this guy was the easy odds-on favorite to win MVP at a certain point just a couple years ago. And really, it hasn't been that he's played worse that much. It's been worse so injuries have kind of derailed that. But now he is someone who's kind of all the way back there, playing at a high level again, and it's cool to see because, for one thing, he's just one of the most fun quarterbacks to watch, but also this Cardinals offense is now quickly becoming one of the most fun units of football to watch. So, yeah, and, I didn't even mention, James Conner, who was great in this game as well. A lot of good stuff here, but yeah, those are my thoughts on Kyler Murray and this Cardinals offense. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.